Everybody, hi, welcome to the workshop. Thank you for coming along. And unusually, or in a very, very good way, I'm able to introduce the founder or the reason for this workshop. And it's Dr. Karin Petrini, who I've spoken to a few times, who's going to do a very quick introduction of her research and some of the benefits before we experience the activities. So Karin, please give a quick introduction to yourself and to your work, and great to see you as always.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I am like Dr. Karin Petrini, but please call me Karin. And I work at University of Bath in the Department of Psychology. And my journey in academia has been quite long, but what the gist of why I'm so interested in the effect of music and why I think music is such an amazing model of brain plasticity and behavioral changes and so on, is that it's such a natural multisensory training exercise and activity. So the reason why I think this is important is that when we move in our world and we do anything, really from the simplest task of drinking our coffee to the most difficult task of crossing a road or understanding what a person is expressing in terms of emotions and feelings and so on, we receive a huge amount of sensory information from vision, from sound, from like proprioception when we move around, from touch. And so if I tell you these words and you think about playing an instrument, a musical instrument, you can immediately make the connection of how naturally multisensory playing an instrument it is. You need to read the notation and associate it and translate it in action. You then touch the instrument and produce a sound. This gives you feedback, and you need to change what you're doing in case you're making a mistake and so on. So it's a fantastic multisensory, natural multisensory training. Clearly, there are other type of multisensory training, but not as much fun.
Not as much, exactly. not as noisy. And just again, just sort of really quickly, I guess. But your research, my understanding of your research has been that you had a number of control groups and looking at their cognitive abilities after just 11 weeks of practice, and some of the benefits were very profound, weren't they?
Yeah. So that's what we did. We like assign, no musicians, which never really learn to play an instrument, to separate groups, and had one group training with the piano for 11 weeks, as you said. One group did exactly what the training group was doing, but instead of training with the piano, were listening to the music. And then we had a control group that did not sing. They just did what normally they will do every day in their everyday life. And what we found after 11 weeks only is that their ability to process the information coming from different type of stimuli that could be simple as a flash and beep sound and visual information, or a face producing like a word or something like that, that they were much better in processing this information and faster. And so like this is amazing, because this ability is kind of the building stone of our cognitive ability and our ability to do a lot of tasks in a very efficient way. And so if we can train through such a fun means like music, like this ability of the brain to really cope with this huge amount of sensory information and make us better performer, why not? And also, don't forget, we found also a result that seems to hint that level of stress, anxiety, and depression, which unfortunately with our busy life nowadays are not rare, to have a high level of these, in these measures. Also, they reduce significantly, after the training with the instrument compared to the other groups.
Right.
So there are a lot of reasons why it's good to play an instrument. And one that I didn't mention is that you do it together. It's a social
Exactly.
bonding exercise.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I really hope you enjoy your workshop. There is a lot to gain. Have fun.
Thank you very much. So we're going to have this as a group activity. Everyone's wondering what's going to happen now. And one day, I'm just going to put this out there. One day, this video will be playing on a screen, and Karin, you'll be in the room as well. I hope that whether UK or Luxembourg or somewhere in the world, it would be fabulous. So thank you for that. And for everybody else, please, we'll pass on our thanks. I'll circulate your contact details if that's okay for anybody in the room would like to follow through. But for now, thank you for your time. Great to see you. And we'll crack on with the workshop. Thanks for that.
No worries. Totally my pleasure.
Thank you. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.